Hey, beautiful being. Let's play with an idea for a second. It's just as easy to give up as it is to keep going. This kind of has hit me like a ton of bricks because it's true. Welcome to the Earth and I YouTube space. My name's Shayna, and welcome to today's video, today's flow. Here we flow, tapping into consciousness and allowing it to deliver a crafted message that aligns with the guides and comes just in time. I'm doing a little challenge this month, so I'm going to post a video every single day for 30 days, and this is day 3. As you know, here we flow, so let's go. I was practicing yoga and I wanted to give up. I wanted to stop doing it. And I had a moment of clarity where it was like, well, if you stop, you're going to regret that you stopped. You're going to beat yourself up. You're probably going to, make a bad decision because you can't handle the heaviness of quitting, giving up in this practice. And so I kept going, I made accommodations, but that really stuck with me because it seems easy to give up. But the reality is making that decision is equally as easy or as hard as making the decision to keep going. We've conditioned ourselves to, I feel like I say that almost every time, but it so much comes back to conditioning. We have made these decisions that have made us feel like one option is better than the other. And when we start applying that, we're empowering ourselves to recognize that we don't need to give up. We can keep going. We need to keep going. And, balancing the scale in that way is so beautiful and so eye-opening. It's no surprise that, there's a really big uneven distribution, at least it seems, of wealth and success. We're just playing, okay? There's such an uneven distribution of wealth and success. And, in my life experience, my autopilot has been paved to give up, to give into that impulse of giving up, rather than being conditioned into that impulse of keep going, push. It's interesting. It's very interesting because the more consciousness we have, the more that we use it, the more we recognize that we can condition ourselves to fall into the autopilot of not giving up, that can be our automatic impulse rather than giving up. I know that that's true. And you need to know that that's true too. You have the power to condition yourself to fall onto one side or the other. We live in a world of duality. We can't really escape that, unfortunately. We can only observe it and understand it. And the more that we understand, this versus that, light versus dark, we recognize their undeniable connection, the intertwined nature of them. And we can, from that point, make the decision on what benefits us most. And it's not always a straight line. We have to give and take. But the more that we recognize, hey, I can do that just as easily as I can do this. It's just a matter of programming. It's a matter of belief. That opens our eyes. That opens your eye. It opens our eyes because it's, that expanded responsibility, that kind of moment of peeking beyond the horizon and seeing the sunset that you've been hiking for. It's real. It's true. giving up is not an option, you know? Don't let it be an option anymore. It's okay to pause, you know? Give rest. Don't give up. Give rest. Don't give up. Sometimes we just need to stop and pause. And we believe that doing that makes us weak. When we have to stop, that makes us weak. And that creates a chain of events that leads to us throwing in the towel. Because I'm weak, I'm not worthy of this. Rather than, I'm exhausted, I need rest in order to fully complete this cycle or complete this task or fulfill this dream. We go deeper and deeper into our mindsets and understand why subconsciously we fall into certain patterns. That's that rewiring piece, that beautiful, neuroplasticity, the ability to make new connections is real. And starting from somewhere small and allowing that to blossom into something beautiful, that will inevitably spread into other parts of our life. A huge thing for me has been writing. I always want to give up writing. I'll start writing something and I'll just want to give up. And I'm just like, why? Like, why? And even when I ask myself that, it's like, well, just honestly, because I'm lazy. And I'm not lazy. I just recognize, I'm recognizing what my subconscious pattern is. When something gets uncomfortable, when something seems unpleasurable, I just give up. I want to throw in the towel and be done. And the more that I sit with that and accept that in that present moment, accept that full feeling that I want to give up, then consciously choose not to, it's a whole redirection of energy. And I feel the cycle, morphing into something new. And then when it came up in practice, that's the power of consciousness, is that when you're doing things in your life, you start having clarity of your inner voice, and your inner voice is connected to the part of yourself that takes action, not just the part that thinks. So having that connection, instilling that clarity, it's monumental. And it's the whole point of having that inner voice, so it can guide you, so it can pick out, the parts that are killing you and that are holding you back from your destiny, not to haunt you and to pull you down. It's just a magical thing, what we have the power to do in our lives and what we have the power to change. Oh my gosh. It's just so silly. It's so silly. It's just as easy to give up as it is to keep going. It's just as easy as it is hard. It's just as complex as it is simple. It's just as deep as it is shallow. It just reminds me of a kaleidoscope. And, you have to move the kaleidoscope around to really get the full picture and to really enjoy, what it's offering. I'm going to apply this by the next time I'm in a really hard situation. Recognize this could be just as simple. This could be simple. And having that appreciation for the other side when things are really easy, this could be just as hard. It's a matter of perception and embodying that awareness and guiding ourselves through those times, especially when we want to just abandon ship. Those are very, very important. I want you to know that those moments don't exist in your life for you to give up. It's the universe cheering you on, and it's God giving you the opportunity to step on the platform and take it on. That's what those opportunities are. Even the smallest thing, not wanting to get out of bed and go for the walk that you know that you want to, that you know is going to make you feel better. Those little things, the little things are the big things. The little things are everything. We can get so caught up in paying attention to the little things, we miss their meaning. Embrace those moments where you want to give up, where you're done, where you're over it, and allow a new motivation or a new meaning to come through. I've been experiencing that with, my videos. It's just a constant kind of shift. And the more I embrace that instead of, trying to resist and hold on to the past, the more I fully embrace my purpose and allow it to be multidimensional and allow new moments to be born. As we wrap up, I also think about how I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was having a rough day a little bit, and I was nagging on my appearance. I felt like I looked sick. I was not being kind to myself, and it came through that this version of you could be the prettiest person that someone's ever seen. And that hit me in my heart. And I thought about, all the times that I looked at other humans and I thought they were beautiful, and the fact that they could be thinking that they were having a rough day, that they looked bad today, and I thought they looked beautiful. And it's just as hard as it is easy. You were just as beautiful. I'm not gonna say that. You can probably fill in what I was gonna say. But that's the truth of the matter, is that don't let your opinion run you down, and don't let your subconscious path run your life either. Let it inspire you to change what you need to change, and just play. That's all it ever is play. Play with that idea next time you're feeling down on yourself, or when you're ready to give up. Empower yourself in a way that feels natural and new. All right, and with that, my loves, thank you for tuning into this video. I love you very much. I would love to see you in the comments, and until next time.